Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters.
Yeah, moving too bossy, we don't tread softly, but not flossy, the streets that taught me, moving too bossy, we don't tread softly, but not flossy, the streets that taught me, I'm just trying to get my nigga paid. We came from Section 8, and I knew I was at since the second grade. Man, I swear my time is coming, cause I'm never late. Came from broken homes and broken dreams to getting paid.
Boss Cowboys.
Your voice matters.
Your voice matter, man. Yep, and the stream is working good. I guess I just needed a day off. So I was gonna bring this to y'all yesterday. I'm gonna bring it to you today. Be wet concrete for draft season. What you talking about, boss? Yeah, this is the time to where it's best to go through this a certain kind of way. The season is full of know-it-alls and people trying to get all the credit, trying to be first. So, and when it's that type of environment, you can kind of get stubborn. So this show go prevent some of that, and we go get into it. Y'all should enjoy it. Let's get it.
Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters.
No watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah. New watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah. Need no middleman, I'm the man to man, send it in. I like what I like, me, I know my rights, it's sipping in. I like having fun, I do what I want, it's what it is. For my son and son, for my daughters, yeah, it's for my twin. I work through the night, I do what I like, get a check, I go for the ride. I've been down the ride for the win, still move on the hush, never run for none. I face my fears, I just drop a 9 month to month, still from year to year. No watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah. New watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah. I'm sporty and rich,
Let's go.
I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich. Do it again, again, again. I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich. Do it again, again, again. Get some checks, I invest and I spend a check. Spend a check, get it back, then I take a rest. Only race is the human, I take care of my skin. I was doing this as a rookie, now I'm up to vet. Set the trend, set the pace of play. I don't trip, but if I fall, bet I make a way. I take trips in the fall, watch the leaves change. I like to treat every day like it's my B-day. No watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah. New watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah. I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich. Do it again, again, again. I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich. Do it again, again, again.
Welcome to Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters.
Do it again, again, again.
I need all the executives to have a seat.
Do it again, again, again.
All right. Yeah, man. So this is today a show that I think is important, like in terms of unifying the voices and being organized in a time to where if we're not aware, we can fall into some traps. And people know that I really mean when I say I'm not just talking that our voice matter. So occasionally, in my opinion, we need to talk about voices and how to be better voices in the community and together. It's almost like sometimes it's good to kind of set rules, right? In a way to where we can enjoy this process and be free, right? Because if we're not careful, we can let the wrong motives cloud what we trying to do together as a combined unit on our voices. So, like for instance, if a lot of my opinions during this process is rooted in pride, then it's gonna dilute the power of a smart voice together, you know? Or if my ego in the way, or if I'm trying to be right, if that's the goal, or if I'm trying to get clout. Sometimes that happens. I could be trying to be the leader in the space, the expert in the space. So if I have those type of motives, I'm not gonna play well in the sandbox, and it's gonna cause us. I ain't see the micro contract stuff. No, I ain't see that. It'll cause us to get off. So that's why I'm saying to free everybody right now. That's why I'm saying be wet concrete. Be wet concrete. And so concrete, obviously, when it's finished, it's hard, unmovable. But in the beginning of the process, it's moldable. You can shape it. You can mold it how you want it. Take your time, get it right. Right? To me, that's the way to go through the draft process. To where in the beginning, you should be moldable. You should be, all of us should be able to talk this out and have different opinions, because let's be real, it's over 400 to 600 candidates. Even if you was a full-time scout, it's still close to impossible to watch 400 candidates and their whole career. So it's going to be imperfect no matter who's doing it. And somewhere, all of us are taking a shortcut. Somewhere. Now, it's a lot of us that are front and act like we've watched every game of each one of these prospects. Lies. Straight lies. And when you know that, that also should give you common sense. Well, I ain't gonna say should, but if we use our common sense, it would also say, because we can't look at every game from every candidate, we're naturally going to see things different. So let me say it like this, and it should be natural. It should be very natural that I see something totally different than you. So for those who's played, have you ever heard of somebody having a great game or a bad game, or he played okay? We've all heard or experienced it ourselves. I could tell you my great games. I could tell you my bad games. I could tell you my okay games. So what if you are watching a bad game and I watched a good game? You watched this draft candidate versus Florida State. I watched this draft candidate versus UT. The UT game was a great game. That's the game I watched. The Florida State game, that was a bad game. So then when we come together, shouldn't we see it different? It don't mean that I'm lying. It don't mean that you lying. It's just based on what you saw, you giving me your opinion. Based on what I saw, I'm giving you mine. That's also assuming that we both did the work, right? But see, it happens opposite during this time. People close their ears because I watched the Florida State game. You're wrong. You the no. I was first. Yeah. Oh no, that person is clearly. So, if you wet concrete, what will happen is, and if we mature about this process, I should say, okay, my grade is totally different than yours, but you've done the work. How? So if that's the question, right? Then, and if we mature, not trying to be first, not trying to be right, not trying to upstage people, then we'll have a real discussion and say, okay, the reason, well, I watched No Final Word. Yeah, the final word will be back next week. So if I watched it, right, and we being mature about this, and we in this for the right reason, then I say, well, what games you watch? I watched the Florida State. Well, I didn't watch that game. Man, he balled out. Okay, I watched the UT game. He was all right. Matter of fact, he was bad. Oh, see, now if we having a discussion in good faith, guess what it's gonna do? It's gonna bring both of us closer to the truth because I'm actually being open. So the first thing I say during this season, being wet concrete, debate in good faith. In my opinion, be open versus debating and win. Because it's a lot of us debating to win. It's not in good faith. It's people that's taking shortcuts, but they're talking as if they didn't. And then they talk down to you like you didn't do the work. So this is the first thing I'm gonna say. As we're talking about being wet concrete. If you're doing your draft research right, you are supposed to have occasionally what some would consider a wild swing. Outside the group consensus. That actually should be routine. Like for real. If you're doing this right. 40% of first rounders are bust. Outright bust. So to agree every year with popular draft opinions equals the average eyes. So to free everybody, the first thing I say is scout with eyes and not ears. For anybody that's trying to get into this process, scout with your eyes, don't scout with your ears. But every year, a lot of people start scouting with their ears. Meaning, you listening to what people saying versus doing your own independent research. The final word, not tonight. Everybody took a break. Well, I said that last week. But scout with your eyes and not your ears. Yeah. So like for instance, right now, I can tell you just from the ears what's popular. Just from listening. And the last time this happened, it was it was wrong. The year we got Tyler Smith, you know what people were saying we needed? Center. And guard. Yeah. It's the same thing this year. And I'm going to be honest. I know a bunch of people don't watch center like they say they do. It is hard to watch center. You have to watch center on purpose. I'm certain it's a whole lot of people saying it because they're hearing it, not because they actually watch Tyler Biadasz. I'm certain we need a center. Okay. We need a center. All right. Why did Tyler make the Pro Bowl? Did they just give that to him or something? You know. Like, tell me the games where you saw massive push from the middle. That's what I want to know. Yeah. Since, like, people highlighting it, like, it's the obvious problem. It should be, people should be able to say, this game, this game, this game, and this game. But you ain't gonna see it happen. Because it's a lot of people making opinions that they haven't done the research on. But yet it's loud. It's very loud. You would think Tyler was getting demolished. How loud it is. But you can't even tell me 2 games. So that's why I said I want to kind of set some rules. It's like, if we go say things, do some work, you know? And so I'm going to say this to free people. Because I'm going to tell you what's happening. A lot of us are not free because we feel the pressure to be right now. We feel the pressure right now. You don't have to be right now. Be right on draft day. Go ahead and let the people appear right first. See, because this is what's getting a lot of people. They in a rush to be right. That's what's happening. They in a rush. They trying to say, I was first. I saw that prospect first. You got that from me. And I'm telling you, in draft season, so this is what happens in draft season. Hear me out. All of us get the temptation of children, and I'm serious. Go into a group of kindergartners or first graders or second graders and say, if you know the answer to 2 plus 2, raise your hand. Don't say it. Raise your hand. What's gonna happen? Me. Call on me. Call on me. I know. Call on me. I know. I'm first. That's draft season. And if we not mature, what'll happen is we'll start jumping on ideas to be first, get locked into it because we're not free, and then we can't abandon it. So it makes you lobby for a bad idea because you was trying to be first. So if we just all agree together and say, listen, all of us have full permission to be wrong all the way up into the draft. Is that a deal? Can we shake on that? You have my permission to have a bad opinion all the way up into the draft. You can be wet concrete all the way. By draft day, that's when we want you to be cement on your opinion. Dry cement, not wet concrete. Dry. So if that's what we have, we will have a better environment. Because now I can be open to you and you can be open to me because you're not trying to be first and right. Nor am I. I just want the truth. I just want the best idea. I just want the most accurate. If you got your analysis from Florida State and that's why you love this guy, and I got my analysis from watching him versus UT, so I hate this guy. Now we can have that discussion because it's no rush. It's no me first. Me. So then if you come out and you saying something different, they look at you crazy. And then you be wanting to hide your hand based on what you're seeing. Cause everybody looking at you because you think different. You are different. You see it different, but guess what? You watched the UT game.
You can't handle the truth.
And now they shaming you because you don't think like them.
You want answers?
And then you get bullied. And see, and I made the mistake again last year. I got bullied right into an opinion that I knew I shouldn't have. I was over here screaming from the mountaintops, I don't see what y'all see in Mayor. I don't. Oh, boss, come on. Boss, he's clearly the top tight end, boss. He's the next Gronk. Y'all see Gronk? Gronk. I see Gronk. I was like, bro, I don't even have him in the Boss Cowboy guide. I don't see him getting separation. I see slow feet. I see no separation. I see physical. I see powerful. I don't see no offensive weapon like y'all saying. Boss! I put that sucker in my guide. And I went and watched him 2 more times just to make sure I ain't crazy. I wasn't crazy. But let the bullies tell you, oh, boss, come on. No, you gotta put me. You got to. Nah, I ain't gotta put him. It's my opinion. I don't gotta put him in my book. And I shouldn't have put him in my book. Yeah, because I was right. Yeah, I shouldn't have. So, yeah, be wet concrete, man. And free yourself. I mean that. See, another way to free yourself from one credit, wanting to be first. And also, free yourself from pet cats. It's cool to have pet cats, but I'm going to tell y'all something. They say we slept on Kincaid. I don't think so. I don't think we slept on Kincaid. I think we got Kincaid right. Yeah. Yeah, we got Kincaid right. I didn't want Kincaid in the first. We got that right. He didn't get drafted in the first. Yeah, we got that right. Yeah. So I didn't want Mayer until, oh man, I didn't want Mayer till like round 3. I was serious, bro. I was like, man, get him out of here. Now, most of us, I say, got Kincaid right. And see, this is the thing I'm going to say too, man. Every one of us are going to miss somewhere, right? You know, because it's not about being always right. It's about more so your batting average. You know, is your batting average higher than most? You know. So let me just kind of go through these real quick. This ain't going to be a long show. All right. So number one, we already talked about this. Scout with your eyes and not your ears. Right? Don't fall for the Kincaid winning the first. Oh, that's right. Oh no, I don't think we missed. That's right. He sure did. The Bills did. Thank you. And I'm glad they did. Because I didn't want Kincaid in the first. Thank you. You're right. He did go in the first. Yeah, my bad. I was so happy too. Because I did not want Kincaid in the first. I didn't. At all. Hey, and listen, y'all. I still got my ranks right here. So let me show you my ranks on that. Let me show you my ranks and how I stood on it. So this was my ranks on the tight end class. I could already see.
Oh, hell no!
Yeah. See, my list was totally different than what was popular. Nobody, I guarantee, had Cameron number one. Most people didn't have Sam Laporta number two. I had Kincaid number three. But then what probably shocked a lot of people is I had Luke Musgrave number four. Remember, he playing for Green Bay right now. He the one that made that big catch on us. And Drayden Willis I had number five. I didn't have Mayer even close in my top five at all. And that's supposed to happen. When you doing your own list, okay, when 40% of first rounders picked end up being busts, why are we concerned with having opinions close to a group that's on average a D student? It's okay to have your own list and your own mind, because they getting it wrong a lot based on what they think they see. So just put your own list together and ride with what you think and what you've researched. You not copying off people that make A's. You are copying off people that fail. So, I'm going to also tell you, and I'm keeping it real, it's a way to spot them. I noticed a trend. It's a way to how to spot bust before it happened. I start noticing a trend. You know how I'm starting to notice the bust? You see super exaggerated comps. That's how you know when it's a bust, generally. That's how I've been spotting them. Because, see, this is the truth that I'm getting ready to tell you, okay?
You want answers? You can't handle the truth!
I'm getting ready to tell you the truth. Draft coverage is a business and hype to get us ready for the next season. And I guarantee they know that some of these players, they know they're hyping them and exaggerating. Because hope can feel like the real thing. See, for men who had a wet dream, you didn't know it was a dream. Ooh. Somebody say Mayor, not a bust. Mayor having a damn bust first year. Yeah, he is. Yeah. Yes, he is. Because most people because I put people on the spot. I say, for people that say that you believe in Mayor, what is his year one gonna be? Give me his numbers. You know what people said? 600, 700 yards. Go look up and see what he did. The guy that they said was Gronk. See, you not a bust in terms of being a good player, but you definitely a bust based on what they comped you to. Yeah, you a bust. Yeah, based on what they comped you to, bust. So when somebody call you Gronk, you a bust. So Kyle Pitts was another super exaggerated comp. Super exaggerated. Extremely exaggerated.
You want answers?
And we all should have known better. We should have known better.
You can't handle the truth.
They told us that Kyle Pitts was Calvin Johnson. They told us Kyle Pitts was Calvin Johnson. Super exaggerated comps. Yeah, now look at this, Mike. Look, this is real. This is real. This is a good question. He said, who believed in that? A whole lot of people believed it. Cause see, you can say wild stuff like that then. You can say wild stuff like that then, and nobody would even laugh at you. They call Kyle Pitts. They call Kyle Pitts Calvin Johnson. They said he generational. Now, you was able to say then, back then, you was able to say, it is no doubt that Kyle Pitts is the best player in this draft. Yeah. Yeah. And so we making the same point. He said Cal wasn't bad, just overhyped. That's my point. That's my point. Yeah. And see, now, is he a bust in terms of a bad player? No. He's not a bad player. But he's a bust straight up based on what y'all was saying. Oh man, based on what y'all was saying, this is what people said comfortably, didn't even blink. Look, they'll look you right in your face and say, Kyle Pitts is the best player in this draft. Do y'all remember that draft? That draft had Chase, D. Smith, Parsons, Panay. And people looked you in your face. With Panay, Chase, no, I'm talking about true generational talents. That was obvious. Like for real. Like Chase already had 2 years of crazy production and a national championship. Panay, bruh, Panay was obvious. It was like, bro, you don't see this type of athlete and tackle. You might see him once every 10 years. Panay. And people looked you right in your face and said, Kyle Pitts is better than all them. Yeah. And see, check this out. I'm gonna see, because I'm gonna show you it should be normal, because this is real. This is real. He says Surtain and Slater too. Yeah, I wasn't high on them like a lot of people was high on them. Now I like them. Don't get me wrong. I like Pitts. I spoke positive about Pitts. I just didn't have Pitts in my top 15. And people, you don't have him top 10. No. No. But then, boss, did you watch his tape? Yeah. Exaggerated comps. You know who got some major exaggerated comps? Majorly? It was just last year. It was just last year. This should be fresh. Y'all should say his name. Y'all should say it all at the same time. On the count of 3, I want y'all to put it. 1, 2, 3. Who had the most exaggerated comp last year? Yeah, we'll all take Pitts in Dallas. We'll take Pitts. Yeah, I'll take Pitts. So y'all don't know who's the most exaggerated player? The most exaggerated player by a mile, Bijan Robinson. It was nobody exaggerated worse than Bijan. The worst exaggerations I have ever heard. Do y'all remember Bijan being compared to Barry Sanders? What? See, you. This is why we gotta watch draft season. You gotta watch draft season, cause see, people come to you. They go speak with a lot of. Oh, boss, hold on now. You can't tell me you don't see generational. Like, no, I don't see generational. Boss, come on now. You gotta, come on, boss. Come on, I think you just being obstinate. I think you just trying to be different than everybody, boss. They put that pressure on you. You try to raise your hand and say, I don't see Barry Sanders. I see Zeke as a comp. I see young Zeke. Bijan. Yeah. Nah, boss. Nah. Nah. He is generational. Nope. Bijan is the best by far. So you mean to tell me Atlanta has Barry Sanders and Kyle Pitts on the same team? That what y'all telling me? So you gotta, in my opinion, when you see some, do y'all remember what they was calling Slater? What was the exaggerated comp that they had on Slater? Y'all remember they were calling him Zach Martin? Boss, Slater is, see, people, listen, people begin to buy into these people buy into it every year. Every year when you hear exaggerated comp, people just drink it every year. Cause see, let me add this, cause this is I didn't even have this in the show, but I gotta add this. What I'm getting ready to say, I gotta add one more bullet. Cause y'all gonna be better after the show. Y'all gonna be better. What I want y'all to do is have confidence in what you see, and don't ever let people bully you. Cause they be wrong as hell. But then try to look at your list like, huh, what are you doing? Like, what the shit? A better batting average than you? Take notes. Hold on real quick. No, but with these exaggerated comps, all right. They was calling Rashawn Slater Zach Martin with a straight face. Boss. See, listen, they bought into that hype so much. The OC had a debate on which player was better out of Panay and Slater, and lost. The crowd went with the other guy. People bought into the exaggerated comp. People bought into the exaggerated comp so bad. Oh man, listen, y'all listen, bro. This is why I gotta put what I was getting ready to put. I gotta put this. I'm adding a bullet that I didn't even have in the show. But I gotta say this. It is safety in the crowd. The crowd is so safe. See, this is why a lot of people placate to the exaggerations. They placate to the exaggerations because when you walk that line of believing those exaggerations, you are in a safe place. Because guess what happened? When you go with popularity and it end up being wrong, people not go hold it against you because they was wrong. So you safe. So that's why they make all these wild exaggerations every year, and yet they're still called experts because the crowd is not gonna hold them accountable because the crowd was believing it. Yeah, so like my boy James, check this out. Yeah. He said, is Slater not on his way being great? Bijan also? That's not what we were sold though. What were we? Was we sold that? Let me ask you a question. Did Barry Sanders have to wait to be great, or did we know that instantly? Did Zach Martin have to wait to be great, or did we know that instantly? Because that's what we was promised, right? Did Calvin Johnson have to wait, or did we know that instantly? See, when the crowd bet on those exaggerations, they just patiently wait for it to come to pass. They still waiting on Cal Pitts to become Calvin Johnson. You gonna be waiting a long time, bro. I'm gonna tell you gonna be waiting on never. For people that still wait, now Cal Pitts a good player, but for people that's out there waiting on generational to show up, that's gonna show up in never. People that's waiting on Slater to become Zach Martin, yeah, that's gonna show up. Never.
It's all fake news. It's phony stuff. It didn't happen.
People that's waiting on Bijan to be Barry Sanders, yeah, that's gonna happen in like Neverland.
Oh, you see this guy? Number one bullshit guy. He do the wee woo.
And see, this don't mean they not good players. They just exaggerated. And so if you so happen to be the person that think different, be cool with that. Because everybody that make them wild takes, they in a safe place anyway. So guess what they go do? They go placate to you. Oh, y'all like Pitts a lot? So guess what? Since you drunk in hope, you drunk. You really believe in Slater, Zach Martin. So guess what they go do? Ooh, we need to draft Slater. Why? They want your views. They want your views because they feeding you what you want to hear. Mayor? That's Gronk. Boss, you're crazy. You are turning down Gronk. Yeah. So, see, it don't take no courage at all to say what you think. No, I'm sorry. To go with the crowd. Oh, that's the safest place in the world. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I watch Atlanta games. I do. But you don't watch Atlanta games if you telling me that you see Barry Sanders and Bijan. And barely getting 1,000 ain't good enough when you promised me that I was going to see Barry Sanders and that I was crazy for saying I don't see it. Nope. I see a good player. I said I see a bottom of the first running back. People thought I was tripping. Now, if you put Bijan outside the top 10, boss, you're crazy. Boss, come on now. I was like, bro, I said he up first. So hold on. Y'all want me to look at his first TD? Bijan? That's what y'all want? So I'm just asking. So one TD makes him equal to Barry Sanders? I'm not trying to listen. Yeah, listen. I guess if somebody tell me Calvin Johnson, I want to see that. I want to see that. I at least want to see 90% of that. See, don't tell me Calvin Johnson and I don't even get half of that. But y'all cool with that. Yeah, y'all cool with that. I ain't cool with that. So, and I'm not cool that when I was the one saying it, people was trying to treat me like I was crazy. And I wasn't. I was like, nah, bro, I don't see generational, bro. I see good. I see first rounder. I don't see generational. Oh, how do you not, boss? How do you not see it? But now, what we doing? They're on the way. No. Fuck, nah. See, when somebody owe you money, do you take that? It's on the way. No, you want your money now, don't you? Don't you want your money now? Yeah. But when it's them, when it's one of your pet cats, it's on the way. They're on the way to greatness. They're on the way to Calvin Johnson. Just wait, boss. All right. Listen, I'm just trying to free you. I'm trying to free you from the bullies. Because yeah. All right. So, let me just show you some of the lists that I made some swings on. Some I got right, some I got wrong. All right. But these are my lists. Okay. I'm going to show you some good ones. I'm going to show you some bad ones. Right. I'm going to show you some good ones and some bad ones. I think one of my best lists that I'm one of the most proud of was my linebacker list. The year Nakobe Dean came out. Very proud of that list because it was not easy to rank Nakobe Dean as low as I did. especially to put Malcolm Rodriguez over him and Jacoby McClain. But I did. And it looked wild at the time, but it never was wild. It was actually backed up and vetted by film. Yeah, vetted. See, but what was popular then? Oh, Nakobe Dean is clearly the best linebacker. Boss, come on now. But see, this is the thing, and I want y'all to hear me out. This is the cool thing. At first, I was saying it. I was like, Dean clearly number one. Clearly number one, right? But remember, one of the most important points I said is, let them appear right first. You just be right last. So, but yeah, the deadline for all of us is draft night. So I was wrong about Dean, but I was telling everybody, I was saying, I gotta take one more look at linebacker because it's something about Dean. I've been looking at them linebackers closer, and I'm thinking I'm not seeing what I'm being sold. And one of the things that I did in front of y'all is I did the film breakdown between Jacoby McClain and Nakobe Dean. And I put both of those guys, showed both of them versus Alabama, right? Both of those guys similar size. But it was very clear from the film that the better linebacker versus the same top-notch opponent was McClain. It was undeniable. But who was getting hyped to heaven? Dean. And on the last week, before the draft, I switched it. I stuck with my eyes. I said, nah, I'm not seeing it. So when he started dropping and everybody was, what's going on with Dean? Dean, he's getting cheated. I'm like, no, he not. No, he not. He's not getting cheated at all. You didn't run no 40, dog. We don't even know your measurables. Who you think you are? You think your fan was that good? Like we ain't gotta see no time. Now all these linebackers around you running 4.4s. Malcolm Rodriguez jumped 40 inches in the air, ran a 4.4, and his tape was nice as hell. And you over here like, I ain't gotta run no 40. Shh, man, you better get your ass in the third round. Yeah, Joe Davis, I said the same thing you said. Exactly what you said is exactly what I saw from the film. After I really, really looked closer, he was getting pushed around. I saw the same thing. Yeah, now he made some good highlight splash plays. And when you look at them highlights, he looked amazing. Yeah. Yeah. And see y'all think this cute. Y'all think this cute. And listen, y'all ain't figured out yet that it's not about being the best in the NFL. Y'all ain't figured that out. That a lot of times where you drafted plays a big part in how many chances you get. A lot of times where you drafted determines your career. So like for instance, if you was drafted under Witten as a tight end, young Witten, would you play in Dallas? You could be Bennett and your ass wasn't playing. So y'all jump on my nuts because you see me standing solo. He in the CFL. Okay. I guarantee I put $1 million on this. I guarantee none of y'all will sit down with me and dissect side by side. Dean versus Bama, senior year, and McClain. Same competition. Because guess what? You would have to walk out from the film and say McClain was better. I don't care where he was drafted. But I'm independent enough and I got the balls to say what most of y'all don't. So I take a dude that's projected to be a late rounder and I say, because that's what I believe I see, and I ain't copying off other people's work. I'm over here like, man, I see a better player. I don't care what y'all say. And you supposed to do that occasionally. And that's one reason I respect Vach. Yeah, when I watch Vach I have a rank that's totally outside everybody else. I say, yeah. Even if I don't agree with it, I'd be like, I know he thinking right, because he not following people. He following what he believes and what he researched. Yeah. But see, a lot of people, they like showing that, hey, I'm in agreement with everybody. I'm in agreement. Like, I'm going to show y'all two players right now. That when I came out of black, I didn't see what everybody else was seeing. I'm going to put it out there right now. I'm going to show you. When I looked at Aduze, I didn't see what everybody was saying. I didn't. So instead of just saying, y'all wrong, I gotta say, why am I seeing him different than so many people? Because when I research these receivers, I research them in the dark. I don't listen. I don't scout with my ears. I use my eyes. So I was like, I put 2 stars by him. He a dog. But I got 3 stars by other people. So what that's telling me is, boss, go take another look. Go take a closer look, right? Because it's a reason why when I wasn't looking at nobody notes, copying off nobody paper, I didn't have him at the top. I had him like 5th or 6th on my list, right? Now somebody gonna be like, boss, come on now. It's like, bro, maybe you watched the Florida State game. I watched the UT game. Give me some time, bro. I'm wet concrete. I ain't gotta have my decision today. We can at least have a discussion today, though. I ain't got, No, I need your mind made up now. Tell me now. Is he your top receiver? I don't know, bro. I don't know. As of now, no. And you know who else I was like that with? On my initial look, Jefferson. When I first looked at Jefferson, I had him ranked 7th on my list. And remember, Jefferson was in a deep class. Jefferson was in a class with Ruggs, CeeDee Lamb, Jerry Jeudy, Mims, and remember Mims ran that 4.3, right? So people liked Mims, Rager, right? I had him set early, but then I had to go back and I looked at him some more, and this is why I'm gonna tell you why I had Jefferson at first ranked so low. because I wasn't seeing separation, right? I wasn't seeing separation from his tape. I was seeing fast, but I wasn't seeing separation. So you watching clear separation from them other route runners, right? So I'm watching Jerry Judy and them just like 3 yards of separation. I'm like, I don't see it in this dude. But then this is when I ranked him as my number 1 receiver. When I finally figured out what I was looking at. And this is what hit me, and then I ranked him as my top receiver. I said, because it was no receiver like Jefferson. I couldn't think of no real comp for Jefferson, right? Because he caught all contested balls. And he great at contested balls. But he was fast. So I didn't know a receiver like that. I was like, but then this is what hit me. I said Jefferson is a faster Michael Irvin. Because if you remember Michael Irvin was, him and Dez probably the best possession receivers to ever live. Yeah, they was covered up most of the time. Both of them covered up, but they came down with it. They was the best. And when that hit me, and I said, damn, Jefferson is a faster Michael Irvin. And then I thought about it. I said, if you could get Michael Irvin with 4.4 speed, what would you do? I said, now this is all the questions I was talking to myself as I was analyzing Jefferson the final week. He would be number 1. And I held my nuts. I grabbed him and I said, despite what everybody's saying, I'm putting Jefferson as my number 1 in that rich class. Oh yeah, see, everybody fell in love with Jefferson when he hit the league, but it wasn't popular to say that then. It wasn't popular. It wasn't popular at all. Yeah. So you should have lists sometime that's opposite what everybody's saying. That's okay. Yeah. Cause they get it wrong a lot. What make it to where let me tell you, this is another guy. I don't see it. Yep. Joe Alt. I don't see what y'all see. I don't. At least not yet. Cause from the film that I watched, I didn't even give him 1 star. And see, listen, I don't scout with my ears. I scout with my eyes. And I came up like, y'all got him number 1 as your number 1 tackle? Yeah, because my independent research didn't see that. Now, could it be, like I said earlier, boss, you watch the UT game. I watched the Florida State game. Oh, okay, well, I watched a bad game. You watched a great game. That's why we see it different. But I'm not lying on what I see. I'm not lying. And I'm going to go back and take another look because it was so much pushback. It was so much, but it was pushback like this on Maya too. So it's like, man, I ain't really tripping off people that just like, oh, I'm just so, because let me tell y'all something. If you tell me Joe Alt is Slater, I'm going to slap you. I'm going to slap you. I'm going to tell you to your face.
Oh, hell no.
See, and this is the thing. In this tackle class, I don't see how anybody can be sure of their rank. It's the class is too rich. Like when And there's no slaters. There's no generational tackles, in my opinion, to me. So I don't see it. But what's supposed to happen is, now I'm supposed to say, how are y'all seeing something that I'm not seeing? Let me go show you my film. Show me your film. And then maybe I can see why I missed it or you're missing it. You know what I'm saying? So the good thing about when you do your own research and you come up and you like, wait, I'm different than everybody. Maybe you're supposed to be, but maybe you're wrong, you know? So because I'm wet concrete though, I don't feel bad. I'll be like, okay, well, let me go take another look. I'll go take another look because y'all swearing that he just obvious as hell. I'm like, bro, I didn't see what y'all doing, but I'm wet concrete. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna be in a rush to be right. I'm gonna go back and go look at him again. I'm gonna go look at him again. But if I see the same thing, bro, that I saw on my first review, I'm gonna look everybody dead in their face and do like I do every year and say,
oh, hell no.
But I'm gonna do it louder. I'm gonna do it way louder. I'm gonna be like, bro, I don't give a damn what none of y'all say. None. Y'all ain't finna bully me into this. Fuck that. Nah, hell nah. If I don't see it, I'm not saying it. Period. Cause I've done the work. It's just that we might have watched different games. You know? But ain't nobody gonna tell me in this particular tackle class that he just hands down just better than all of them. Hell, I don't see it. Not from what I watch. Nope. Yeah. I mean, it's what it is. Yeah, man. So let me get to a couple of more. Let me tell you a list where I fumbled. I fumbled on this list. This was a fumble list by me. Ooh, fumble. Bruh. It was some truth in it. What I was disappointed was how low I had Sauce. I wasn't believing in Sauce because Sauce was playing a lot of trail technique and I didn't like it. Diggs used to do it too. He used to play a lot of trail when he was at Bama. And I felt like he was going to be vertically challenged because he played so much trail. I thought they was going to beat him over top a lot. I was wrong. Bruh. Stingley? Nah. I never believed like some people believed in Stingley. And it's based on how I grade, right? I'm very big on matchups and I'm very big on how you play in big games. And frankly, D. Smith owned him too much, too often for me to just be like he's a lottery pick. I was over here like,
oh, hell no.
I always saw him as a bottom of the first corner. So on that list, on this particular list where I was basically calling it based on what I see, I would say I wasn't proud of my performance on that list. This is another. Now, this is the difference between me and most people though. At least you know my list. It's a lot of people that make all kind of opinions every year. Every year. But they don't put their ranks. Now, every year I put my ranks. You know exactly where I stood by draft day. It's documented. And I'm going to do it again this year. See, because it's easy to say, boss, you're wrong. You're wrong. Okay, look, let me go see your receipts. Oh, you ain't got your receipts? Oh, okay. See, I document what I say. It's documented. What I thought. Now, this is a list I'm proud of. One of the main reasons I'm proud of is because of Romeo Dobbs. That he made my top 5 possession receivers. And everybody know that actually came through. That he actually showed up. This is a list I'm going to talk about tomorrow. I got a show tomorrow that I'm going to talk about this list. But ain't it funny? Tyler Smith was booed by Dallas. Booed. Boo. Boo. Dallas didn't want him. Dallas didn't like him. The OC did. But after this draft, guess who became in this draft the number 1 tackle / guard? Tyler. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. This is a list I'm pissed at myself at. I kicked myself on this list because I felt like I could have done better. Cause see, I should have ranked Tank higher than what I did. Just keeping it real, you know. And then when I look at my old list, I ask, why did you miss, boss? This is not really a miss. But what made you not as bold on Tank, where he should at least been top 3? Well, do y'all remember what he ran in his 40? 4.49. Hey, check this out. I want to say this too, because this is important what I'm getting ready to say. The main reason everything I'm saying is important, because if you're not following some of the stuff I'm saying in terms of being open, you'll have fights with good friends. Me and my boy Iceberg Slim had a bad fight last year over tight end. And we never shouldn't have had no fights, bro. Me and you never should have fought. Not even one time. Because Iceberg has always been one of my favorites. But what happens sometimes, we get so passionate in what we believe. We get so passionate during this season that we stop listening to each other. And we start fighting over our pet cats. Some of us lose friendships. Yep. Period. You said it right. Period. You said it right. Game speed is different. Exactly. So it's almost like, what should you learn when you look back, right? See, when I look back, now I have a point of reference to say, what did you learn? Because see, why was everybody so, Jalen? He had game speed too. But that 4.49 should not trump the game speed that we clearly were seeing on Tank. And see, in the book, you'll see it was only 2 receivers I had 3 stars by. 2 last year. Tank Dell and Zay Flowers. Oh, Trey Palmer, I gave him 4 stars. 4. I need to go look and see what he's doing. So anyway, let me show you. I'm gonna show y'all also some of the Boss Cowboy guide. Real quick, let me show y'all some of this Boss Cowboy guide. As we just kind of going through being wet cement right now. Because if you wear cement, that take the pressure off. That takes the pressure off. So I'm gonna go to the guide. I'm gonna show you where I got it wrong, where I got it right. All right. But it was independent. But it's funny when you look back at this stuff, because then you get to judge yourself in hindsight, right? You get to judge what was you really thinking, and was you crazy on some of your. All right, so let me just show y'all real quick a couple. So this is quarterback. All right, this is in my 2021 off-season guide, right? So I always start with our guys, right? So all right, so then my number one, which most people did not have their rank like this, my number one quarterback was Zach Wilson. Yeah, and see, Zach has the talent. That's one thing I want all y'all to really understand. Oh yeah, the talent clearly there. See, Zach Wilson is a reason why everybody got to be very careful of Caleb Williams, because Caleb Williams the same way. Crazy arm talent, crazy. But sometimes at quarterback on the NFL level, them intangibles will swallow you up. Are you tough-minded enough to take the pressures of being a franchise quarterback? You could have all the talent in the world, and sometimes it just don't translate. So I would say I got that wrong. Now, can he develop based on his talent? Yes. But I would definitely say him being my number one quarterback was wrong. All right. So then Trevor Lawrence. Let me see what I said about my boy Trevor Lawrence. Well, hold on. I just had to reread, because actually I might not be wrong about Zach, because I said Zach is also elusive as a runner and instinctive. If Zach goes to the right team, he could become one of the best quarterbacks in football. Yeah, so Jets might not be the right team. You know what I mean? Because the way they, I just say I got it wrong. I'm just gonna fart on myself. I said, all right, so Trevor Lawrence I had as my number 2. Now remember, he was pretty unanimous on most people. They love the shit. I mean, they love it. He could do no wrong. Trevor Lawrence has a cannon of an arm who can throw a bullet in a moment. His quarterback arm gifts mixed with his elite training make him the ideal candidate in terms of upside. In the past 2 years, Trevor has been an accurate and clutch. Has not been. Okay, yeah, that's key. Trevor has not been as accurate and clutch in big games. Because remember, that's something that's big in my evaluation. So I really watch you close in big games. Some people look at your total body of work. I'm a big game person. I weigh you heavily based on how you play in the biggest moments. I said most won't acknowledge that, the red flag. But it is evident that confidence is a significant part of his potential to the Boss Cowboy analysis. When Trevor plays with confidence and versus teams where his teams are better, he has proven that he will likely put opponents away. Division games and playoff games are where he might get occasionally wowed if his college past is a predictor of his NFL future. So far, I would say I got him dead right. Dead right. I think I hit that one on the money. So let me look at what I said on Mac Jones. I said Mac Jones is the most formidable quarterback to grade. He has the problem of Brady as a prospect. the super low athlete with great touch and fantastic accuracy. It is possible not to ask, is it possible not to ask, is great touch enough for the modern NFL? That was my question. When your receivers are likely the fastest and best route runners in the country, mixed with a great running game, it is not hard to understand how Mac can be artificially inflated. Now, that wasn't popular to say then. Calling Mac Jones potentially artificially inflated, oh yeah, people would have been, it was a lot of hell no's when I said that. I said Mac Jones also had the benefit of excellent protection and clean pockets for most of the season. Brady is proof that a quarterback does not have to have the strongest arm, fastest 40 time, and most rapid release to be super successful. Yet, Mac Jones leaves more questions than answers and is likely not even close to Brady. I would say I hit that perfect. And that's with a top 5 quarterback. Now, look at what I said on Trey Lance. Ooh, I think I hit Trey Lance too. This is what I said on the homie Trey Lance. And I only had Trey Lance ranked 6th. I said Trey Lance is the modern athletic quarterback that is extensively used in the NFL. He has all the physical tools, but it is harder to trust his film. Trey is doing what he's supposed to based on the level of competition he faced. Trey would likely do better in the NFL if he goes to a place that would not rush him to start. I think I hit that one perfect. So I'm showing this because you should, in my opinion, if you're doing this right, you should have ranks that's outside of what most people saying. Now, some of your ranks go be right in line to what most people saying. So if you look at my receiver list, right, I start with the route runners. Number 1, which most people would agree with, was Chase, right? So yeah, that's in line. Number 2, Devontae Smith. Most people would agree with that. Number 3 was Waddle. Most people would agree with that. Now, Jalen Darden, yeah, that's one that, yeah, most people didn't have him as high as I did. But it was based on what I saw. Not based on what I was hearing, based on what I saw. I'm going to show you a couple of more lists. And this is also about using your own mind. Because, see, this is another one that most people had Panay as the number 1 clear tackle. I said he was a once in a 10-year tackle, right? But then right after him, most people had Slater. I didn't. I had Slater 4th on my list. Now, then I would have got laughed out of town for saying that. Because remember, he was called the next Zach Martin. He's Zach Martin. Nah. He wasn't Zach Martin. You know? And I would say it was more in between. I would say I was right, but I would also say I was a little bit too low on Slater. He was better than he's better than what I thought he was going to turn out to be, right? So, obviously this is not about being perfect, right? Because like I say, it's more about your batting average than being 100% right. Do I get more hits than I strike out? And I would say I feel like because of the way that I do it, I get more hits. Because see, I had Jonathan Hankins in the Boss Cowboy Guide. I said Jonathan Hankins is the perfect defensive tackle. Shout out to Big Game James, because I learned about Jonathan Hankins from Big. We was doing the show. He was mad because the Raiders signed him for cheap. I think he went for like 5 or 6 million, and Big was mad. And I said, man, let me go look him up. Man, I went and looked. I was like, woo! And I said, Jonathan Hankins is the perfect defensive tackle. He can play either the 1 tech or 3. Great at taking on doubles and makes it hard to run. Based on how badly Dallas struggled on stopping the run, Hankins should be a top priority. Was I right? Now, this is somebody that I need to look up. Jared Goldwire. Because I had him extremely high. And most people had him extremely low. I need to go double check and see how his career is turning out. Because I love what I saw on his tape. I need to go double check and see, was the crowd right and I was wrong, or was I right and the crowd wrong? I'm gonna show you just a couple of more to where, and I'm just keeping it real. If to me, you doing this right, occasionally you should have some swings that's outside the norm. And see, check this out. I had Bland in the Boss. Bland was the last cornerback that made the Boss Cowboy Guide. Deron Bland. And this is what I said. Good tape, but the level of competition would be a question mark. He would have to have an epic Senior Bowl and combine to rise. In a deep corner class, he would be a great 5th round to 6th round asset. Was I right? But the safety one is the one that I gotta read this one, because I was prepared for the show and I read it. Boy, this safety breakdown go piss y'all off. A couple of them go piss y'all off. Look at this. This is from 2021. I said, it is incredible to watch the cornerbacks for the Dallas Cowboys get the offseason lobby for replacement. The problem has been safety play way more than cornerback. Worse, safety play as a unit has been bad recently and for years. Other than safety Donovan Wilson, there is a severe drought at the safety position with the Dallas Cowboys. Barry Church is the last extremely reliable safety with the Dallas Cowboys. The commitment to safety has frankly been a joke. The Dallas Cowboys watched apparent upgrades walk away for low prices for the last 3 years and had never-ending faith in their guys. Because see, remember, this is when Xavier Woods and Heath was their guys. And see, remember, I've been writing the Boss Cowboy Guide now for 2 years. So I knew the safeties that they let get away. I said enough is enough. Calling Tyrann Mathieu not a scheme fit. Because remember, that's what Stephen Jones said about Tyrann Mathieu. And selling the fans that Tristan Hill would be instantly disruptive, not to need Thornhill. Do y'all remember that? Will McClay came out there and was like, you know, Tristan Hill is gonna be impactful to where we see him as a better fit than Thornhill. The fans have heard enough excuses on the protection of pet cats. Talent is now demanded, or many Cowboy fans will lose all faith in the Dallas Cowboys' seriousness in winning the ring. Many people are asking, have the Cowboys become a reality television drama for ratings, or are they still about championships? How safety is handled in the 2021 offseason will let everyone know the genuine commitment to winning from the Dallas Cowboys front office. I said the Dallas Cowboys need a twin dog like Donovan Wilson at the back end, forcing and taking away the balls, or the Cowboys are not serious. The fans will know for sure what the Dallas Cowboys are about from the safety offseason management. And remember, that's when they got cursed. And Neil. And they got Hooker. But that's also when they abandoned their guys. Their guys. See, when they finally got away from protecting Xavier Woods and Jeff Heath, is when that safety room greatly improved. So when y'all hear me calling out culture, boss, you been negative, boss, you been, look how it worked out. Look how it worked out. Now, was I being negative when I was talking about their pet cats? Do y'all remember Xavier and Heath as our safety? Dodging tackles and all that. Now Heath will lay you out. Now Heath will lay that wood. Yeah, so I'm showing y'all this because this ain't about bragging. Oh, boss was right. Because I showed you I was right. I also showed you I was wrong. So this is not about, oh, boss is right. Nah, it's about your batting average. It's about your batting average. Because we go all get it right. We go all get it wrong. The main things I'm going to say is this. This is the main thing I'm going to tell y'all. Make your own list unapologetic, man. And stand by it. If you've done the work and you've done the research, stand by it. Don't let people make you feel shame because you think different. Because this is the childish time of the year. I'm telling you, where a lot of people, they want credit. It's about them. I'm smart. See, I picked him first. Oh, you learned that from me. Yeah, I did. Just like I said, I learned about Jonathan Hankins from Big. I don't mind giving somebody credit. Because it's not about credit. It's about, was it a good idea? And it was a good idea by Big. So I don't just take it and try to act like it was me. I give him credit. I said I learned about it from Big. But the thing that I did is I adjusted. I wasn't I can't I don't want Big to get credit for teaching me about a player. I gotta be first. Me. Teacher, call on me. I need everybody to see that how smart I am on this draft. Me. Look at me. It's draft season, y'all. And the more people that got this spirit of me, the less grown conversations and intelligent debates we have. The more we get into that stubborn know-it-all. Amp, you said it was 3 things. I can't remember because I got my phone upstairs. Amp said it was 3 reasons why He said ego, pride. Man, I'm finna go get my phone. What's up? I see my boy Rome in the building. Listen, man, cause my boy Amp said something. It's worth the wait. So y'all just sit back. Hold on real quick. It was so good. I'm gonna go get my phone. Hold on real quick. Y'all listen to this music while I go get my phone. I'll be right back. It's good though. It's gonna be worth the wait. Y'all sit back. Did I turn it up too loud for y'all, man? My bad. I'm back now. All right, I'm back now. Nah, this was worth the wait, man. This is worth the wait, because I just love what my brother said right here, man. Because we was kind of discussing what I was going to be talking about today. Because, see, my boy Rome here in the house, he say, boy, you spitting. And I mean a lot coming from the OG Rome, bro. Because I know how Rome is. Like, Rome is a solid dude. You know what I mean? And Rome, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to protect us from the traps of not really having an organized voice, you know. And the traps that can throw us off is making it about us versus about the idea, right? So I want people to fight for what they believe in, right? If you really believe it, fight for it. But if you fighting because you trying to be right, then that's gonna be counter the mission, because now it's about me versus is it about me looking good or being considered the expert, or is it about the idea? Oh, let me give y'all a perfect example. This is a perfect example. This is a true story too. Thursday, y'all know we do the draft show, right? We do the draft show on Thursday. Landlord, before the show, came in and I changed from receiver being likely the best pick at 24 to tackle, right? Because I was fresh out finishing all my research on it, right? And landlord came in and I hit him out the gate, right in the mouth. Now this behind the scenes. So we prepping for the show. And I hit landlord out the gate in the mouth. Boom. And I say, hey, I know where you coming with. I say, you gonna take an L today. Just like that. I said, you gonna take a major L. He said, oh, bro. He said, I'm born to debate. He said, so you bring your A game. I said, landlord, I'm not gonna show you no mercy today, homie. I said, cause I see it different. I was with you. I said, I'm not with you on this one. Now this is before the show. I told him, I said, I promise you, I'm getting ready to slam you. Like, we going back and forth like that. You know, we laughing with it. But no, I was serious. I was like, bro, I'm not feeling it. Right? What you were saying, right? So then we started the debate live, right? And in my whole mind, I was like, I'm getting ready to slam you. And on some of my punches, I was landing them. I felt like, my leg. Like when he was like, man, I don't like the politics of receiver at 2, man, because I want a receiver that they go play. They go play you if you first round. I say, nah, they go play you if you round 2. I said, look at Schoon. They was forcing Schoon over Ferguson. They go force round 2 as well. I ain't hearing that, right? We going back and forth. Man, boss, we need a playmaker, man. I'm like, hold on. You know, I'm talking we boxing. A good boxing. Like, I'm like, bro, what's more valuable? Every year. What goes first every year? Tackle. What's more valuable? Tackle. If you can get a 10-year tackle in the deepest class in probably the last 20 years, I'm sorry, you got to get it. I think I'm landing punches. Then he hit me with a good one. He came right across my chin with a fat. Landlord said, boss, really, we should go with receiver at 1 because at the end of the day, you made the case. We really ain't got no need at left tackle if you move Tyler Smith to left tackle. I talked all that shit. And he was right. Now, before the show, I was sincerely like, bro, I'm getting ready to slam y'all. I'm talking about I already geared up to turn him up. Geared up. And he landed the cleanest punch. He landed my own point. Now, if I would have made it about me, I would have came up with something else. No. But still, landlord. No. You know what I said? Now, this is after talking hot. I'm talking about. I mean, going at landlord. I went right at him. I'm talking about we not even live, and I was talking. But when he was right, it wasn't about me no more. It was about the idea. It was like, even though I talked all that shit, I gotta say, as of now, I'm rocking with you. I'm back with you on what you said. I said the final things I need to see how it simulates. So we gonna do a simulator, right? To where we can actually see what's available when we make our picks, right? To kind of test both of our ideas. I said that's the last thing I need to see. But on the surface, I'm rocking with you. Yeah, publicly. And I did that publicly because it was about being open. I was debating them, but I was still open. I was still listening. I was landing some real good shots, and I was fighting hard. I'm like, man, nah, bro. I'm not hearing that second round concern. I ain't hearing that, bro. That's like you scared, bro. You know? Yeah, and Rome, I feel you on this. Rome, I feel you on this 1,000%, bro. It's really that simple. Like, if the season started tomorrow, that's the move. What you just said. And guess what? We would be fine with that. We would be good. I would have no concerns. I would sleep like a baby. Because Tyron Smith out, you know what everybody's saying now, Rome? They saying, oh, we got to go left tackle. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. You still got, to your point, Tyler a tackle. Why we not counting him as tackle? Oh, because he plays so good at left guard. Well, shit. If you ain't got nobody else, then you still got to do it, bro. I'm sorry. I know he's good left guard, but shit, bro. TJ Bass a good left guard. I know, I want a better left side. So I'm not going to compromise left tackle because I'm just in love with left guard. Ooh, I like this. That boy Ron said, that's because you respect landlord. That's the difference in most discussions. No respect. Ooh, it's present. So points are lost in community. Ooh, I need to add that. Ooh, I'm adding that. Yeah, I'm adding that. See, that boy wrong. I'm adding that right now. Respect. I gotta, hold on, man. Hold on, let me add this real quick to my presentation. Let me fly this plane, because that's an epic ass point. Man, that's an epic point. See, you can't sleep on what Ron just said there. Respect. Yeah. It's about respect. Yeah. It's about believing in what I was saying, but having enough respect for the intelligence of landlord to stay open. And you're right. A lot of us don't have respect. We don't respect others' differences. That's what it is. Yeah. So if you start saying something different than what I believe, because I don't respect it, I close my ears to it. Because I actually don't even respect you. Man, that's a damn good point. Ooh. Ooh. I wonder how many people couldn't hear some of the truth I was saying because of the lack of respect they have for me. Even though I'm telling the truth and showing, ooh, that's a damn good point. So that says, in my opinion, and I'm finna drop what Amp said, I think we gotta free ourselves also by respecting other people. That's another way to free yourself. Go ahead and free yourself for having to be right. Free yourself from that. Go ahead and be that wet concrete. Because instead of listening to you with disrespect, I'm actually listening to you with respect. So if I say, this prospect, I don't see what you see, but yet I'm saying it respectful. If we want a better dialogue, then that should be returned. Respect for my mind. Damn, that's a good one. Yeah, I had to add that. Respect. Yeah, that's a big one. So let me read. I ran all the way upstairs to read what my boy Amp said. I don't know, Reaper. Let me read this real quick, Reaper. I don't know if you respect me, bro. My boy Reaper said, I have respect for boss. We disagree and we like what the heck you talking about on some topics. I don't know if you respect me, Reaper. I'm not messing with you. I got respect for you too, bro. I do. And that's okay, man, that we sometimes disagree. That happens, bro. It's natural. People see things different sometimes. But these are the three things that my boy Amp said. The biggest mistakes that content creators make and we make as fans when it comes down to the draft season. This is what he said. Number one, pride. He said that's the number one thing, pride. He said it different from me, but we saying the same thing. You know, that me. That desire to be right, that pride is what hurt us from having mature disagreements. Pride. I definitely agree. Yeah. Number two, he said laziness. Ooh, I gotta hit a button on that one. Ooh, lazy. Hey, I'm gonna have to run the audible on this amp and add lazy, but faking like you not lazy. I had to add a little bit to it. I had to add just a little bit. That's what hurt us. Now you know you've been watching nothing but highlights, but you'll come over and debate me like you've been watching a film. So I don't watch Joe Alt's film. You don't watch his highlights. But you say, boss, you crazy. I don't watch Cal Pitts' film. You watch the highlights. Boss, you lazy. Boss, have you watched this film? Boss, come on now. I thought you was a film guy. Yeah. I done broke down all Dak's throw. Oh, and see, that's what made that show so funny. Y'all remember I did that show where I was breaking down every throw from Green Bay, right? Ain't it funny? We always got Dak haters, but when it was time to grade Dak on every throw, they for some reason did not show up. Fake it like you watch film, and you're lazy. You just lazy. Boy, that number 2. Woo. Number 3. Lack of confidence. I gotta clap it up on that one. Or I gotta give him the Rick Ross on that. That was fire. Lack of confidence. Yeah, that's a good one. Lack of confidence. Ooh, that's a good one. See, especially in an environment to where bullies are about. You put out your opinion and they looking up at you up and down. So guess what you do? You shy. You shy about what you think. You shy about what you said. See, me and Tuck, we share a story. And we talk about those days of being bullied. You know, because it was times we both was bullied during the off season. And he admitted, I admitted. What he was bullied on was his thoughts on Michael Parsons. See, I forgot. Michael Parsons was not liked by Cowboy Nation. Oh, you love Micah now. Oh, y'all love Micah now. Y'all ain't like Micah like that. Tuck was fighting hard and getting bullied on Twitter. Because remember, that's the days to where people were treating Micah Parsons like he was a rapo. Okay. So y'all don't remember the accusation, huh? I remember a whole lot of Cowboy fans that was sticking their chest out in very sanctimonious styles and saying, I don't even have him on my board. I remember, Tuck went through it. See, I wasn't on Twitter like that yet, so I didn't know. I wasn't on Twitter like that yet. But he kept it real. He said, boss, I deleted what I was saying on Michael Parsons because it was overwhelming. I was positive. I was pushing it. I was pushing the pick. And it was people. Oh, yeah. Cowboy fans. Now, these same Cowboy fans, yeah, they love him now. But then they was like, Tuck.
Oh, hell no.
I don't have him on my list. Michael Parsons is a piece of shit. Oh, I remember. Oh, okay. So y'all don't, I remember. See, It was, it wasn't popular. Y'all like Micah now? Mm-hmm. And my dog was bullied. He was bullied. Deleted tweets on some of the positive things he was saying because of the pressure. And then it all played out. It all played out. And when it played out, them same people, they love him. And that's why I said, let them appear right first. Just be right last. Free yourself. I mean that too, man. This show is about freeing yourself. This show is about, with Boss Cowboy Sports, you free to give your opinion on your rank. As long as you not trolling, I ain't gonna troll you. Now, if I catch you faking, I ain't gonna have no mercy on you. If you watch highlights, but you judging me, somebody who watched film on these guys, I ain't gonna have no mercy for you. But if you got a rank that's way outside, I promise you I'm not gonna troll you. I promise you I'm not gonna be, huh? The first thing I'm gonna say is why. Why do you have Slater over Panay? Because he's Zach Martin. Oh, I'ma laugh then. I said, oh, okay. You falling for the exaggerated comps. But if you say, well, it's because of this game, or I like how he performed against Chase, and Chase is one of the, because Chase Young, that was a good game by Slade on Chase Young. You know what I mean? That was a good game. So if you say the reason why I got Slater so high is because of what he did to Chase. Oh, okay. Well, I ain't gonna fight you on that one, bro. That's a good enough reason for me. Yeah, but if you don't do your work and you capping, oh nah. Cause then you bad for the space. Cause you are showing that you in it for you. You not in it for the best idea. One of the most important things I'm gonna say before I get out of here is me and OC made an oath. And I think for the most part, we have both upheld that oath. We made an oath to each other. And this is what we promised each other. The best idea is first. Not you, not me. The idea. The best idea will win. That's the promise we made to each other. So I'm gonna fight you. I'm gonna fight you hard when I really believe what I'm saying. Like when my boy Rome was on the show and we was, going back and forth on Michael Parsons and him talking, and it was real. It was no faking. It was no fake between Rome and Big. Every one of those debates was real. Every punch was a real punch. Every one of them things. Every one of them. But it was about the best idea. That's all it was about. It was about, okay, now after everybody made their case, on some things I came around to Rome. On some things Rome came around to me. Because it wasn't about Rome, it wasn't about Boss. It was about the idea. It was about the idea. When he made good points that backed me up on some of the things I was thinking, I said, I can't fight you on that one. That's a good one. Good punch. And the rule that the OC and I have is, I think, what I want the Cowboy Nation to have. I don't want you to have no friends. I want your only friend to be the Dallas Cowboys. So I want you to feel very comfortable telling me when you disagree. I want you very comfortable telling me when you disagree. And I need to be comfortable telling you. But what I also need from you is when you disagreeing, I don't want you disagreeing just because it's your idea. I need you disagreeing because it's something that you've researched and that you got evidence on and that you truly believe in. Because then we will have a fruitful fight. We will have a fight about what's the best way for us to move forward. So in this season, be wet concrete. You're free. I'm telling you, when you with Boss Cowboy Sports, you can say today, this guy is not my top guy that everybody else said, and I'm not gonna say nothing. Why? Because you are wet concrete right now. Nothing that you say is set in stone. So you are free here to disagree. The deadline to be concrete is draft day. Up until then, all of us are free to change our minds on any previous opinion as long as it's based on research. I had Justin Jefferson ranked 7th, but by draft day, he was my top receiver. I had Nakobe Dean as my number 1 linebacker, but by draft day, he was my 4th. That's when the slow concrete and the wet concrete was truly hard, and my opinion was done. And I think if we go about it like that, we will have a better voice as a community, a combined voice, a mature voice, a voice that's based on, I love what you said here, Amp. Just like the rules of linebacker, perfect. This is perfect. Slow until you know. That's a linebacker saying. See it. Soon as you see it, go fast. But be slow. Be wet concrete. Don't let nobody rush you to be. And because you made an opinion now, you don't have to stick with it. Yes, it was my opinion 2 weeks ago that receiver probably the best pick at 24. It changed to tackle. It might change to corner next week. It might change to guard the week after that.
Bruh.
I'm wet concrete. You should be too.
Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters.
Love, moving too bossy, we don't tread softly, but not flossy, the streets that taught me, moving too bossy, we don't tread softly, but not flossy, the streets that taught me, I'm just tryna get my nigga paid. We came from Section 8, and I knew I was at since the 2nd grade. Man, I swear my time is coming, cause I'm never late. Came from broken homes and broken dreams to getting paid. Love, dollar bill, listen close, this is not a drill. Cause hungry trying to get a meal. I've been in light, who gon' pay a bill? I've been in action, been in traction, surplus with niggas lacking, shining light but still be blacking, red lights will stop the action, grand to go, even when it's slow. Higher heights to balance out the lows. Can't ride the wave cause you ain't got a